That's a thing that you can just do
A little
partially.
bit.
I'm beginning to press the button. I'll pick it up later.
I lightly pressed the button. I kind of. Did you watch Ren and Stimpy growing up?
No.
There's one episode where there's a red. It's the Space Madness episode, which is arguably one of the best episodes that they ever did. But there's a bit where there's a button and the narrator is trying to convince Stimpy to press it, and he's he ends up like rolling him, like trying to roll him across the button, and he's like, the shiny red button, the tempting red button. And he keeps doing that over and over and over again until eventually Ren freaks out and presses it, and it erases all of existence. Yeah, like you do.
Yeah.
Greetings!
I mean, I wouldn't mind having that button right now.
Sometimes, yeah. We've got people in chat already. We've got Barbara and Cirque and Ragnacker. Hello, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. I almost said Tuesday. I am firing on all cylinders.
Man, at some point, I really do
all
have
three
to...
of them.
I really do need to find a picture of me in elementary school with my wonderful Wednesday t-shirt on.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
I felt like screaming like that earlier today.
I mean,
But that was mostly because I looked at the pollen count.
Yeah. It is, it's pollen season, and I have to wait a few more minutes before I can say my real thoughts on this. But yes.
I just...
You have questions?
Yeah.
What questions do you have? I'm happy to answer them, because I guarantee you, whatever you're thinking, this is going to be even weirder than...
Like the dangling somethings.
The pom-poms. She has pom-poms.
Those are not pom-poms. Have you ever seen pom-poms?
I mean, yes.
Those are not pom-poms.
Don't let me down, Sky.
Now I'm getting into that semantic satiation thing, and now pom-poms doesn't
sound like a word. She's also a priestess, which is why she has the pom-poms.
The not pom-poms. The uncomfortable dangly bits.
Dangly bits. I miss... I miss Harvey Birdman, attorney at law. Stephen Colbert as Philkin Sebin was just...
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sky, over here!
Yeah, that's not at all a question of weight
Ryudo,
ratios, right?
I cannot take much more.
I mean, it was. I
Quit
cannot
your
take my...
belly aching and fly, damn it!
Took your advice.
Yep. I love this game. This game is 25 years old.
I finished the job, didn't I?
I'm old. I'm just gonna curl up and die on stream tonight. I hope you're okay with that, because...
No.
it's...
No.
Yes, in your own crew.
And I would die first.
Here, take your money.
Father, don't be rude.
I'm so sorry.
Actually, no. A
Don't
lot
bother. I'm used
well,
to it.
hey, mom's
won't have you
generation,
speaking to his kind. Now,
but
we're leaving.
otherwise, my family tends to live a really long time. They're just miserable about it.
God, I forget who I was talking to about life expectancies and lifespans and genetics, and I'm just like,
I cannot
I mean,
stand
I didn't
him.
win
What
the
a
genetic lottery, but I
pompous
didn't lose
fool.
the genetic lottery by any stretch.
Not a barrel of laughs.
Well, well.
But I got another
you're
40
growing
years.
up, Ryudo.
Shit,
Ugh.
things go.
If it weren't for work, I'd have nothing to do
I
with
mean,
that guy. But business is business.
yeah, I lost the genetic lottery a
She was
bit
a
more.
fine
I feel
little
like I've
girl,
seen a Let's
though.
Play of it.
I don't care
Yeah,
for
you
a
have.
girl
I have
or the
Let's Played. I
kindness of
did Let's Play this
strangers.
forever ago. This is one of my... I mean, there are only a handful of RPGs on the Dreamcast. So, like, to say it's one of my favorite RPGs on the Dreamcast,
The bar's low.
yeah. There's all of 5. Like, especially if you're going turn-based RPGs, then
What is it, Scott?
you've got
Ryudo.
Grandia II,
Looks
Skies
like
of
we have
Arcadia,
another job.
Evolution 1 and 2, Time Stalkers. Like, it's... And Time Stalkers is kind of terrible, and I've been trying to get Culex to Let's Play... Like, Culex has wanted to Let's Play it forever.
Hey, not
And
already.
I
I'm
keep
still
trying to
sore from
encourage
that
them to
fall.
do it, and
No
they're just
thanks
like,
to
yeah,
you.
no.
Ouch. Okay. Sky, all right already. It's good to have work, right?
But yeah, there's not many on the Dreamcast, so...
I wouldn't mind having those boots. I could rock those
It
boots.
says
His
Church of
whole
Brandis
outfit
wants to hire
is
you as a
really interesting
bodyguard.
if you look at the
So,
concept art.
working for
He's got a
Brandis,
medallion
huh?
on his chest
Now
with
I
a butterfly
really don't
on
want
it.
to do it.
A job's a
I have
job,
no idea why.
right?
Yeah.
He's
guess you're
basically a
right.
mercenary,
That's
but
what
they're
it
called
means to be a
geohounds in this world, and they're
geohound.
apparently very looked down upon. Even though people will, like, we'll hire you to do the dirty work, we're also going to
But
just
you're
treat
gonna
you like
stay
crap.
outside of town. We don't want
Yeah.
to see you.
Yeah.
We'll leave your money on a bench.
But yeah, I love this game. I got some antidote, so I can't die from the poison.
At least, I mean, it's good it's not an anecdote, because that would be poison at all.
There was a post on Reddit the other day where someone wanted to type antidote and typed anecdote and in the sentence, and then the first response to it was a GIF of Abe Simpson telling us, so we were wearing an onion on our belt, which was the fashion at the time. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh God, I love that. Like, that just works so well.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I got a charming blizzard.
It's kind of terrible, and I've been trying to get Culex to play it. That's true friendship right there.
I
It
mean,
is. I mean,
yeah, if like you've been on the channel for a while, like you've seen Culex and I and our just general love for each other and how we have to support each other in causing immense pain by making each other play terrible. It's like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
oh God,
Yeah, I gotta kill the Spidey boy.
I don't like it at all. Well, that's kind of. Well, no, that is definitely spider boy. I was gonna say that's kind of land crab with all the pointies, but.
Really? I was trying to counter him.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
But yeah, I really feel like for a while there, Culex and I were like, let's just give each other the worst game suggestions. And like, the thing about it is, like, they're awful games, but they're fun to play when you're watching someone else get subjected to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful. It's
These
beautiful.
guys were no real challenge.
Like, I'll never forget the time that they subjected all of us into playing Sonic Shuffle. Like, hey, you want Mario Party? What if Mario Party were terrible? What if everything about it was based off of luck? Hey, look, it's Pom Poms again. You love her.
I don't hate her. I just really don't dig the.
Oh, she's also got giant dangly balls that hang from her head wrap, too.
I can somehow manage that better than the ones hanging off her dress. I think because the ones hanging off her dress do not move.
The way they should?
Yeah. I think that's what's upsetting to me.
So this is a fantastic style of ATB game. So one of the main mechanics is counter, where you get to you have a weight gauge that says when you can select an action, and then you've got a charge time to actually perform that action. All of your actions have different times between when you choose it and when it goes off. If you hit an opponent during that time where they're charging, or if they hit you, it knocks you out of that and you have to start over again, which is so much a pain in the ass at times. We're very fortunate to have the church. Yes, the church. The church that's totally not evil and corrupt, based off of a false religion, and actually subjugates more people than... There was a thing that went around on one of the gaming forums for years. Like, what character did you meet in a game that you instantly wanted to kill? So many people referenced a character from this game. The first time you meet her, your first thought is, God, I hope I get to kill her. She is a high-ranking inquisitor for the church, and her take is, oh, you may have been touched by corruption? Burn the whole village down. Murder the children. Like, that's not even, like, an over-exaggeration. She tries to murder children.
That's fun.
Yeah. She does die. You do get to kill her. It makes me so happy.
Yeah. If only that were an exportable kind of... thing. Trying to find it. Where did it go?
But yeah, it's one of those, I work on an RPG Maker game, and I'd love to integrate that style of battle into it. I would love to get into RPG Maker. I've seen some really good games, you know, made with that. I just know I'm not one of the people that could do that.
Oh,
Destiny board traveler. Basically, you take on a Mario. Yeah.
it is in this vicinity.
We're in the vicinity.
So I've been watching Wheel of Time, speaking of Inquisitors, and speaking of characters you instantly want to kill.
Instant murder.
I should have known that I needed more practice.
What's the matter? Is that all?
Yeah, after the stream, I'll show you the bit where you actually get to meet that woman for the first time. I actually, in my Let's Play, I'm pretty sure I'm like, oh god, I hate this woman. I'm gonna be so happy when I get to kill her.
Come on, if you're that tense, you won't be able to perform.
I may not have spoiled it
Who are
in
you?
Let's Play, but like,
I haven't seen you
I'm pretty
around.
sure I did.
What are
I
you
mean,
doing
also
here?
there's that.
Whoa, now, what am I doing here? You're the one who hired me.
I
Not the one I
Hired
was
you?
looking for, but
I do
still
not remember
relevant.
anything of
It
the
was a
sort.
meme of someone
You look
dressed
awfully
in
suspicious.
armor
Leave right now, or
with
I'll
the caption,
scream.
"You're talking mad shit for someone
Are
within
you for
crusading
real?
distance."
Oh, wait a sec.
Once I find the
I
other
bet
one,
no
I'll post both
told
of them
you.
on Discord.
Elena, is something the matter?
I posted a thing on Discord about a knight going to the doctor. Did you see that?
No.
It's a knight,
You
and it's
must
like,
be the
I drank this
geohound,
potion given to me by a
been
wizard.
waiting for you.
That
A
I stop
geohound?
drinking potions from wizards. This is
how are you
like
doing? This here's
that's
Sky.
all just.
Quite a warm welcome for someone you're
I thought it was a potion of giant strength. No, it's basically anabolic steroids. Like your
Elena?
kidneys are shot.
Please excuse her. Allow me to apologize on her behalf.
And then like he has this
Elena,
whole
you must get
conversation.
ready to
Like
leave.
it's literally
Yes,
the back and
Father.
forth of that. So you're
I'm
saying the
very
wizard
sorry for
cursed me?
interfering. Please excuse me.
No.
No.
And then at the very end, like someone wearing like Sauron style like Dark Lord armor gets on the table and is like, all right, and what seems to be the problem with you? Tummy ache.
This is not the place.
Oh, that's good.
May I ask you to
good.
wait at the inn? I shall be along shortly.
No.
Yeah, I gotta go wait at the end. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to talk to him a second time. Because that's typically what happens. You have to talk to people more than once in a typical RPG. Priest told me to wait here. Well, hey, they let me in the inn. I'm not that much of a pariah. At least right now. Give it time. Let me open my mouth. Because this character's kind of an asshole. But he's a lovable asshole. He's a scamp in that regard. Also, Jess ate one of these off screen, and I'll probably eat one here in a minute. I picked up these sour candies from Cuza Candies, C-U-Z-A. It's basically Gushers. Like, they take Gushers, and they just cover them in super, super sour stuff. Like, it is ridiculous how much is on this. Oh my god, they're so good.
Shouldn't have opened it next to me.
It's so good and it's so sour. Oh my god. It hurts. It's so sour.
Oh. God damn it, why can't I find this?
If you like sour candies, please buy them. This company's great. This is the second batch I've bought from them, and I'm going to buy more. They have a bunch of other stuff too, but like, I'm really picky about sour candy. Like most sour candy these days is just gummy, which this isn't. This is kind of gummy, but not your typical gummy. Like, it's either gummy or gum. That's about it. And I'm like, I miss the old days when you could just get, like, because you still have, like, lemon heads and things like that, but I swear they're not as sour as they were when we were kids. If I'm going to sit here and do the, back in my day, they were so sour that they melted your face off.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also grew up with tear jerkers, which was one of the gum sour candies that was literally so sour my eyes would water, and it would cause the muscles under my chin, right here, to just start hurting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. All right. I have to come back. Yeah, I gotta come back here. We gotta go. I have to escort Pom Pom Girl.
Escort or the escort?
She is a priestess. I have to escort her.
Not all priestesses are sworn to celibacy.
This is true. This is true. Back in my day, it was night. We liked it. That's a good one. I like that. I actually really do like that. That's good. Because I gave my parents so much shit growing up. Because my dad would do that. He would be like, you know...
When I was your age.
Yeah. Because, well, I mean, he was also just doing it to fuck with me. Because, like... He grew up with a ton of scientific and technological advancements that blew his mind, and he, like, I was doing the same. So it's like, oh yeah, I've got the internet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you've also got, you know, like, you remember when these things happened. Like, it's the same thing, just much different point of view. But, like, he would always just over-exaggerate. It's like, when I was your age, we'd have to walk 6 miles to school, uphill, both ways, and snow. I'm like, how was it uphill both ways? The physics don't make sense for this.
That's assuming working under the same laws of physics.
Well, his joke about it was that he would walk uphill to the school, and then while they were in school, it slid down the mountain. And so he had to walk up the mountain back home, and then they'd airlift it back up to the top of the mountain at night. And I'm like, you're taking this joke, and you're...
Yeah, that sounds like your dad.
It's like trying to explain the logic in Star Trek sometimes. It's like, no, they just have a device that makes this do this, or all you have to do is reverse the polarity. Those are the two things you've got to do. Like, if only we had this isolinear chip reader. It's a shame it doesn't exist. Well, I just made an isolinear chip reader. It's like,
You know, for fun.
like, if only we had someone who could, you know, arrange all of these circuits. Not like we don't have an android who is 100 times smarter, faster, and stronger than a human and can process that. Like, yeah. Just ridiculous.
I know, I did not go that far back on the side. Where did it go? I'm starting to get mad.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Meme! Oh god, I'm sorry, Axis. He did not like the meme.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Drop the mister. My father was... No. Also, I remember one of my teachers in school calling me Mr. Stallings, and, like, some of the other people like, Mister's my father. Like, Fucking really? Like,
Yeah.
doo-doo-doo-doo. Come on. Can I stop him? Nope, I cannot stop him from doing it. In fact, he stopped me. Dick move, bird. Dick move. But you're dead, so it doesn't matter.
Seriously?
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Don't you just love it when you're like,
Oh
I
my
have a
God.
meme for this occasion, and then you're like, where did the meme for this occasion go?
It's so frustrating. And now it's gonna lose like any and all meaning because this is still back to the whole Inquisitor bullshit.
We are 20 minutes later, and
Still not there. Working on it.
hello, Axis. You're being super lovey, and Rowan's just being chill. Like,
Yeah.
people got your tongue. So I take it you're the ones who've been waiting for the priestess. Why didn't she go with the other priestesses? Why did we have to escort one? Some, like, those 5 made it here safe. Wouldn't it have worked better if they had traveled in a group safely? But then we wouldn't be here conveniently at night when they're trying to do this ritual of evil suppression that goes horribly awry. Because we have to have a plot. I actually, I was watching this guy on TikTok, YouTube. He's like coming up with, ridiculous campaign ideas for D&D. He's like, your party is the chosen party, but they're doing everything in their power to avoid the responsibility of it. It's like, you need to go this town. Let's go to the exact opposite place. It's like, and the whole campaign is like trying to rework everything so that, they still somehow manage to save the world. By doing, like...
Unrelated, but also.
I got a bad feeling about this. Yes, talking bird.
Didn't care yesterday, don't give a shit today, probably won't give a fuck tomorrow.
Same.
Yeah, I feel you, Froggy. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sorry for having great tits and correct opinions.
Someone, I think Libet also sent me but like a couple of people sent me a shirt. It's like, sorry for having nice tits and being right all the time. It's like, it's the same fucking thing. Yeah.
The misconnection, did you see that one?
No.
Iowa City, September 16th. You were driving your Cybertruck south on North Dubuque Street past the I-80 ramp. I was driving north. I didn't see your face, and I'm worried you didn't see my middle finger. Just wanted to make sure you got the message.
Like, yeah, pretty sure they got the message.
Did you tell your coworkers you had handmade gifts for them and then give them the finger? That was a gift from my heart.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
I need to use a medicinal herb. Getting into a bunch of fights with spiders. Spiders that I can't see, and man, I don't remember the loading times being this long on the Dreamcast version. Get your shit together, guys.
White Witch, have you forgotten the laws upon which Narnia was built?
Slash!
Aslan. Do not cite the deep magic to me, Witch. I was there when it was written. White Witch.
These guys
The
were no
rules
real
were you weren't
challenge.
gonna fact check me.
I thought we weren't fact-checking. There we go. That's a successful cancel.
Hey, I just met Zeke. He's crazy. But he's a swan and I'm having
These
babies.
guys were no real challenge.
Weren't we just talking about that?
Yes, we were.
I forget what we were talking, but like, I made a comment. It's like, man, I miss being in the olden days where you could pretend to, you know, just be batshit. Just like, yeah, I totally got knocked up by Zeus. Not having an adulterous affair. It's Zeus he was a swan. It's like, Tammy, are you telling me you fuck a swan?
You better practice if you want to beat me.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I didn't do it. But are we gonna judge now? I sent Phil a video that was the guy's like, "Hey Mary, I made you this pie," and just sets like an apple on the table, and she's like, "I don't think that's." Like, no, I made it for you all by myself.
You better practice if you want to beat
100%,
me.
all me. It's a pie. Like, I don't think it's like. Who helped you make the? God did, Mary. Do you know how dumb that sounds?
When you both come at the same time. Orgasm.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
But it needs that, but it needs the Russian anthem playing in the background. Come back, Mr. Spider. I have to kill you with my big sword
Practice if you want
that
to
I
beat
stab
me.
into the ground every time. That is not good for the blade. Like, let's just be realistic here. That is not good for the blade. That's going to cause chips and damage all the time.
These hands. Buy one, get one free.
I mean, I've always been a fan of these hands. Rated E for everyone.
When you fake laughed twice already and they're still talking. Which is,
Man,
yeah.
I feel some kind of way about that.
I felt that way basically the entire election. At work. I mean, also, but at work.
I also... It's like the line from Deadpool. Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
These guys were no real challenge.
I mean, sometimes it's actually a really genuine laugh, hiding real pain. Sometimes it is laughing at the pain. Frequently, it's laughing at the pain.
Sometimes all you can do is laugh at the pain. And just as soon as I said that, my mind went to laughing at T-Pain. Wait, that's...
This is supposed to be an ad for Jesus, but it makes Satan seem fucking rad as hell. Satan doesn't whisper, believe in me. He whispers, believe in yourself. Also, I love that they called it an ad for Jesus.
50G acquired. Alright. Nothing in that room. Can't go that way. Got into a fight as soon as I walked in the door. What in the hell? Oh, what are you? Oh, you're a gargoyle. Well, I don't know what you think you're doing, but what you're actually doing is dying.
Have this CBD toilet paper so you can calm your ass down.
And dead.
These guys were no real challenge.
I don't remember what it's from, but one of my former associates would always be like, "This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to be doing." Like, okay. Yeah.
Really right.
I love just how versatile that meme is.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first one I saw was really right in front of my Crunchwrap Supreme.
I really like the one where it's really right in front of my John Cena and it's just
Nothing.
a blank space.
I love that he broke the internet. It's like the number of people who are just like he turned heel. It's all fake. It's all acting. And I get that the gist of it's like, oh, but he it's something he'd never like. It's fake.
Yeah, there were several Reddit conversations that like devolved into that, and it's like it started out with something completely unrelated.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm moving to my next notification.
These guys were no real
I can only
challenge.
speculate. I showed that to Dr. Ruff when I had my pap smear. Pulled it up especially for the occasion, and she thought it was hilarious.
The meme is it's a speculum with googly eyes, and if you're not old enough to know what a speculum is, I'm not going to tell you what it is, and you'll find out in due time.
But it speculum with googly eyes, and it says I can only speculate.
The skill is real, the plot is fake. I mean, yes, to a degree. Like, the skill is heavily practiced. Like, they're performers, just like any other performer. Like, they do a ton of training, but everything they do is also highly choreographed. Because anytime you do something combat-related, like, you cannot take a risk of...
Yeah.
But so, like, with that, I will say, yes, very highly trained. Because I've done stage combat before. You gotta be real careful. And especially since they're doing very active stage combat. Like...
You better practice if you
Yeah.
want to beat me.
Here's Here's one you'll enjoy. There are approximately 1,010,300 words in the English language, but I could never string enough of them together to properly express how much I want to hit you with a chair.
And it's Marauder with the steel chair.
Yeah.
That's the way I came in.
I don't have riz or swag, but a third more esoteric kind of thing.
I think that's how we do it. I do love also, this is old school enough that every time you go to a save point, you can opt to recover. So every save point's like, hey, refill your HP and MP. It totally doesn't mean there's going to be a boss fight next.
EMH.
The third esoteric thing is called depression.
Listen.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Listen. It's also anxiety, ADHD, and autism.
I'm just 3 anxiety disorders in a trench coat.
Yes, I actually had this exact, situation. When people talk about how they can't drink caffeine for 6+ hours before bed because they'd be so wired, I always thought it was so weird because I could drink it up to the minute I went to sleep and have no issues. I never felt wired. And then I learned I have ADHD. Hi, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone growing up was like, how does, how you drink so much soda, how are you not...
You better
Don't bother me.
if you want to beat me.
Now, the one time I did drink coffee, I was off the fucking walls. My ex hated that. Amanda was just so... She's like, I'm never giving you coffee again. We're gonna have to peel you off the ceiling.
And that's why I can't have Benadryl. Except I am angry about it.
Benadryl just makes me sleepy.
That's what it's supposed to do, generally speaking.
And I probably could have gone back downstairs to use the save point. I don't think I'm getting into another fight. I might be. But typically if I do, I've had prednisone. That is the reason why I'm like, I should never do cocaine or any other sort of stimulant upper, because I'm like, I am just, I've told you this, and I probably mentioned on stream before, but the last time I had prednisone, I had it for, I had a chest cold that just would not go away, and so I was just coughing for months, and my daughter, you have some prednisone, it'll help. And I was awake at 3 in the morning, cleaning and organizing the pantry, and Culex comes upstairs, and they're like, you doing okay? Because it's normal for Culex to be up at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Culex has the weirdest sleep schedule known to man. But me, no, that's a little weird. And I this was when I was working for Rainfall, so it's I didn't have to be in bed at
Yeah.
not like my current job where it's I have a 9 to 5. No, I very much could be awake at 3 in the morning, but just not what I typically did. So they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I just gotta clean the pantry. Just, there's so much shit here that's out of date." And
Go ahead. Go to the Bell Factory since you want to act like a ding dong. I like that one. Bitch, the circus is that way.
Rowan, where'd you go? Got up and left.
Yeah.
Fine then. Didn't want to be social know-how.
I'd roast you, but it's bad for the environment to burn trash.
I've seen that as, I think that was a Vine. Someone going
I
like,
think so.
I'd roast you, but it's bad for the environment, and like flips her hair and walks off.
Just because you pelican doesn't mean you
Pella
should. Which is true of pelicans. Like, they just should not.
I saw a video of a pelican trying to eat a dog, and like the dog sitting here going, I am twice your size. What? But the pelican just like get in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Does Grandia 2 have a plot relation to the first game? No, it does not. Each of the Grandia games is its own individual story. Much like Final Fantasy, it's just similar themes and mechanics that you'll see, but wildly different stories. This one is thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago, the Lord of Light Granus and the Lord of Darkness Valmar fought in an epic battle that ended up actually cutting a giant hole across the planet. There's a giant actual like crevasse from where their blades struck the earth. And Granus was said to have been injured and has gone off to recover and
To become a swan and seduce some people.
But Valmar was too powerful and couldn't be destroyed. He was broken up into pieces and sealed away across the land. And we just went to a ceremony where a priestess was doing something to seal the darkness that went horribly wrong, and she got evil black wings. No one pieces this shit together. But you come to find out Valmar is not a demon, he's not a god, he's just an alien.
There it is.
And Granus was not a god either, and not a Lord of Light, but it was basically just two alien factions fighting over the planet. And one of them is kind of a symbiote type thing, which is why Valmar has pieces. Yeah, it's a weird twist for a sword and sorcery type game. It's like, it was aliens! In fact, I think when I was Let's Playing this, Kulik sent me the guy from the History Channel, aliens, when I got to that point.
I'm sitting here like, who let L. Ron Hubbard, like, anywhere near it? Like,
oh my god. I remember... What environment?
it's a vibrator, wearing a cowboy hat, smoking a cigarette. It says what vibrator.
One of my coworkers was telling me there's a person on TikTok that's a toddler who's just like acting like he's an old grizzled cowboy. It's like, Daddy, I want tater tots, Daddy. You have tater tots. I want fresh tater tots, Daddy. I want 3 fresh tater tots.
Now I want tater tots. I'm gonna go home and have tater tots. Just saying.
But no, I was going to say, speaking of L. Ron Hubbard, I remember going to see Battlefield Earth with Chris in theaters. Because we're like, we know what this is. We didn't read L. Ron Hubbard, but we knew L. Ron Hubbard. We knew Scientology. We knew what the concept of this was. And we're like, at best, it's going to be a somewhat entertaining sci-fi movie. But in reality, we know it's going to be an atrocious train wreck.
Hi.
What are you doing? Are you trying to get Jess's attention? Jess, I want tater tots. Jess. Exactly 3. You gonna lay down? Come lay back down. Hi. Or not. Come here. Come sit. Come on.
Grab stones with religious intent.
Why are you licking? You're licking the couch. Would you like something? I could give you something sour. How do you feel about sour stuff, kid?
This really recrusts my Uncrustables.
Yeah.
Did you mean for all those words to come out together, or did they just fall out randomly?
The sun. Also, all of the other priestesses totally died. They're all dead. All 5 of them just dead. Maybe you should, and especially since the whole concept of this is we had to go perform this ritual to seal dark. Why didn't they send some of their knights? The church has an army in this world.
Of course they do. Got to back up the Inquisitor.
I mean, yeah, that's what they do. It's like,
yeah.
Be ashamed of who you are. This post above, that's my better.
Yeah.
Listen, don't call me out.
How about you, yabba dabba don't?
Hi, son. Are you chewing on me? I love it.
Well, I'm looking out of the corner of my eye, and it's just all black over here.
Yeah, you're a void kitty. Your ears are cold. Why are your ears so cold?
God, I'm all the way back at Halloween.
Frickin' bats.
Freaking bats. Okay, so I have my reading glasses to wear if I need to read or cross stitch or whatever while I'm wearing my contacts. And I ordered a chain for them because if I'm going to have readers, I'm going to go all the way.
Yeah.
So they're pink Betsy Johnson reading glasses, and I got a black chain that has bats on it. It came in the other day, and I took a picture and sent it to Chris and Libet, and it was like, it's freaking bats.
I love
Love
Halloween.
Halloween.
God. So that kid is probably in college by now.
I know.
Because Libet had the audacity to point out that the kids that were in the neighborhood when I moved in, because I made a comment during the last live stream about, moving in all my swords and all the neighbors. She's like, all the kids who were in the neighborhood, they're 6 average. They're in college by now. I'm like, shut your mouth. Shut up.
She took the midnight train going anywhere? Not with America's limited rail network. She didn't. She had pretty limited options.
Oh, that's good. I like that one. Yum, 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 yum. Atelier, welcome. Ryudo, lend us your services. Take her to the high priest. The person who probably should have been the one dealing with it. Because we had to send these relatively inexperienced priestesses to seal away part of a dark god. Yes, let's send the level 1 adventurers.
Yeah. Gotta weed out.
So one interesting point of this game, and I'm gonna spoil the. I mean, I've already spoiled. I said that it's all aliens. So Millennia, the succubus-looking woman who's in front of us now, she's the same person as the pom-pom girl.
Okay.
Just she's the wings of Valmar stuck in the priestess's body, so she transforms back and forth throughout the story. So at some points in the game, we get an offensive caster. At other points, we get a defensive caster.
What do you think you're doing, huh?
Fun?
What do you mean by Dark One?
Also, this
She
was
has a
one of
fair
the
hand with magic.
one of the early games to do a bunch of voice acting. Like, it wasn't Final Fantasy X level voice acting where everything was voice acted, but a lot of this was.
Tell me.
And Culex loves one of her abilities is she attacks people with lightning, and one of the voice clips for it was deep fried goodness.
Are you really one of the Dark Ones?
I got paid today, and I might have gotten a little carried away. I get paid tomorrow, and all of my money's going to bills. I have my mortgage is due next week, so I got to pay that before I get paid again, and then I've got a bunch of end of month bills, and that's it. Because all of my spending money I gave to my brother, because my brother was like, hey, you know how Dad's been kind of sick the last few months? He hasn't really been able to work on his car any, and he's, getting kind of, down about it. How about we pay someone to get it up and running so that it's at least drivable?
Hey,
Okay, yeah, no, great idea. Super fan of that. However, it did cost me $1,000. Whew. He's like, you want to go in halvesies on it? I'm like, sure. How much? He's like, oh, it's only going to be $2,000. I'm like, oh, yes, sure.
Well, this
How
Okay.
can you do it? No, I mean,
I am happy to,
Yeah.
and like I have savings that I'm honestly not touching at the moment. All right, let's stop you. Nope, you have way too much action. That was way too fast of an ability.
I still haven't come to.
Let's do this and hope we can get this. Nope. God, I don't remember you being quite this fast.
Tensei can slash!
Planning on engaging in orange cat behavior today. No, I won't explain.
I don't have any magic. I want magic.
I'm not letting nothing slide, not even the cha-cha. That was your last time to get funky.
Oh, hey, this is the deep fried goodness. I don't know if we're saying because we have the volume turned down, but deep fried goodness. Ow.
Oof. Jesus.
All right, yeah, this is a fight that I'm technically supposed to lose. That's why I'm like, I don't remember you being this fast. Oh, right, because you're supposed to kick my ass. Got it. On the same page now.
If his name starts with a letter, just focus on yourself.
I like you. My name is Millennia. Next time we meet, I'll make you mine. Well, practice up. I'll be back. Toodles.
This is also, this game and Skies of Arcadia, both of which were games that
She can fight.
really kind of introduced me to polyamory.
Father, I'll take you up on
Because,
your
so
offer.
like, in Skies of
I wanna
Arcadia,
find
you've
out
got
for
the three main
myself
characters. You've
just
got
exactly
Vice, Aika, and
what is
Fina.
going on.
And, Aika's Vice's childhood friend and has a crush on Vice, but she won't admit it. Vice kind of has a crush on Fina, but Fina's, sheltered and not like used to people, and so like interpersonal relationships are difficult for her. And honestly, he probably would feel the same about Eika if Eika confessed to him. But so it's like it's this weird kind of middle ground of like everyone kind of likes each other, and they're all like a functional family unit. So like, why don't they all just date? And then the same for this one, because you have the entire game where you've got one character who's two different personalities that you come to know very well, and in the end, you're able to separate them into two separate beings, and realize that the piece of Valmar is she's not evil. She's she's just who she is. It's like they both kind of end up falling in love with Ryudo, and Ryudo's like, I kind of fall in love with both of you too, and I couldn't really choose one. Like, if I couldn't choose one of you to kill to save the other, what makes you think I'm going to choose one of you to date? Like, I can't do that. And so it's just like, at the end of the game, it's like, well, why not? They all kind of function together as a polycule. And so I'm like, 2 games that came out in high school for me. Right at that, I'm like, why do you have to have just one? I'm like, well, shit. And at the time, I had no idea that, like, polyamory was not a phrase that was... Hell, at that point, we were just learning, that bisexuality existed. Like, because, like, the 90s is like, oh, yeah, no, I'm, gay or straight. And then it's like, oh, you could be both. And so, like, the early 2000s were like, you can be both. And that's okay. And... it's like, oh, okay, sure, yeah. So, and like, poly relationships was kind of the next bit. Xenoblade 2 did what other games have yet to do. I mean, Xenoblade 2 had a lot of that potential as well with, crap, I'm blanking on their names. They're my main characters in Smash Brothers, and I can't remember their fucking names. Pyra and Mithra. Fuck. Why was that so difficult?
Do these symptoms interfere with your daily activities? Bitch, these symptoms are my daily activities. That might be my response next time I go to the pain clinic.
Oh, sleepy boy. But yeah, if you want, an interesting, like, first look into potential poly relationships, play Skies of Arcadia and or Grandia II. Or if you're looking for just really good turn-based RPGs, I suggest Grandia II or Skies of Arcadia.
I'm noticing a theme.
Oh, well, I got a sword as a rare drop from one of the bad guys in the tower, and it's better than the one that I can buy from... let's buy a couple more medical herbs since I... And I'll say I don't need to buy mushrooms. Mushroom. I love you. And all you guys. Except that he meant that. I mean, yeah. The Igor Mountains.
Peekaboo is essentially just making fun of babies for not understanding object permanence. I've made fun of babies for less.
Same. There was a Penny Arcade comic that I loved. And it was like, what did you do to earn your place in hell? Well, me, I flipped off a box full of kittens. Like, what did you do? I punched a baby once. But, you know, in my defense, the baby deserved it. Yeah, attack him. He's the one who can...
Shirts are crazy. Your body goes in one hole and out three.
God, Libet sent me that. I'm like, yeah, I guess.
You just have to take it one. Are you fucking kidding me? At a time. That is true.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Okay. I've made it to February.
Are you still looking for the same?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I don't think it's in February. I also do kind of love that this game has weird interactable things like this. Like, I can sit here and break a bunch of mushrooms. Like, there's no point to it. Some of them have items, some of them have monsters in them, but, you know, I can break mushrooms. You ever want to just break a mushroom?
I mean... Yeah. I'm sorry to hear your uncle was run over by a boat in Venice. My condolences.
Oh, the priestess is poisoned.
Money aside, what do you need right now? The money you just put aside.
Yeah,
Oh, life-bearing water.
someone's like, aside from money, what would be the most impactful thing in your life right now for the better? And everyone's just like, money. Like, just give me the money. Like,
Yeah. Okay, I'm in March.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Oh. I can't remember what the post was specifically that Libet tagged me in, but it was Star Trek related, and she told me that in this scenario I am always Kirk. And I just responded with listen. And then in the hashtags, my toxic trait is telling people to rest and eat and hydrate and to take their meds while running at least 3 decades of sleep deprivation, enough caffeine to fuck up Cocaine Bear way worse than the cocaine did, and like 1 Pop-Tart. I'm just a tired and hungry Trekkie standing in front of the mirror, exasperatingly begging myself to do better. Spoiler, I won't. Yeah. It's true. Not a Pop-Tart today, though. It's actually like a protein bar. Pickles are fantastic until you in one.
would you stop poisoning me, you annoying little snack?
You better practice if you want to.
I feel like I should send that one to Phil. Oh, right. I forgot status ailments. I just did this. Status ailments carry over outside of battle. Just so dick.
Yeah.
I have the initiative. I've got the child.
Guy and man have different connotations with adjectival nouns. Like tree guy equals an arborist, but tree man, he lives in a tree, or maybe he is a tree. I know a guy, I have a useful contact. I know a man, I am about to tell you the story. It's true. By age 30, you should have a group of friends that talk guerrilla gardening, climate collapse, and destroying
You better practice
capitalism.
if you
You've
wanna
never met
beat
them in
me.
person and have never asked what their real names are, but you are ride or die with Dick Lord 89 and Pikachu Butt Slut.
I mean,
Ah, finally. Again, back to the crusading Inquisitor.
I love that you have just spent an hour, one solid hour,
I have.
trying to find this meme, and like we will go back to this.
Hey. Leave me and my notifications alone. Okay.
Don't you ever speak to me or my hyperfixation.
Alright. Over to Discord.
Gotta work even harder.
And now I gotta go back to the other one so I can send that one too.
I'm like, who's posting this? Oh, right, Jess.
And I found that one in like 4 seconds.
I did that one way faster than the first one.
You know, it's that ADHD time blindness thing. I don't know when I saved this meme. I have to look through all of it and get distracted by all of it. There.
It took 84 years, but I found the meme. Oh right, I forgot she has an ability called Impact Bomb. Fucking love that.
Here goes my impact bomb.
Here goes my Impact Bomb. Just throw a fucking grenade. I'd say if Ryudo had not been in the fucking way.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
I mean, yeah, probably at most things.
So, Libet came over Sunday to try out the archery target that I set up. And we were sitting there, it's like, this is harder than I remember it being. Like, I guarantee you when Jess tries this the first time, they're going to just blow us out of the water.
No, I'm gonna expose myself as weak and frail.
And you don't want us exposing ourselves.
You better practice if you
Oh,
want to
thank
beat
you,
me.
Ghostbusters 2. My clients could be exposing themselves, and you don't want us exposing ourselves.
That is one thing, like, that's been just a lot. It's like doing all of this stuff. And like, I'm glad that I'm mustering up the courage to get up and do the things, but I'm also like, I'm facing that terror of becoming known, and I'm just in a constant panic all the time. It's
Here
exhausting.
goes my
I
impact
mean,
bomb.
I get it. Here goes my impact bomb. Fucking dead.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I know. I don't need to delete that. Just have the notification go away.
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Tomorrow is yard waste day. Thank you, Durham County.
For the oh so helpful reminder.
It's like I put my yard waste back in a corner, which is where my compost pile is developing.
I put my yard waste on one pant leg at a time. I don't know where. It's just like,
So
that just seemed like where I needed to go with that.
I'm working on some mental health stuff, as mentioned earlier. And I've been doing like these daily affirmations, looking at myself in the mirror. First it was like saying you, like I was talking to somebody else, like you need to believe these things. I'm finally getting into I statements. But I was so tired when I went to do it yesterday that like I kept forgetting where I was. And at one point I was like, I don't know, I put my bra on one boob at a time. And I don't know why Tina Belcher suddenly popped into my head. I'm no hero, but I put my bra on one boob at a
Here
time.
goes my
But
impact
yeah,
bomb.
I should have gone to bed earlier.
I mean, I get it. I feel the same so often. How did neither of you die?
You better practice if you want to beat me.
Hey, level up. Level up! Am I going the right way? I don't think I am. I think I'm going in circles. I don't know where I'm going anymore. Well, there's bad guys still down there, which means I haven't been down there. There's more bad guys. So yeah, I think this is the way I'm supposed to go.
Oh, look, it's like driving through West Virginia.
Right? Where are you? I want to fight you, and you're just. No, I don't want my impact bomb.
Good luck, everyone!
Good luck, everyone. I'm gonna kill the bird. There you go. Dead bird. Kentucky Fried Dead Bird.
What was it that you said? Something about...
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Practice if you want to beat me.
So in one of Kulik's Let's Plays, they're playing Crazy Taxi, which was very ambitious because it had real places that were licensed as kind of like advertising. But like you could take people to KFC. And Kulik's is just in their traditional like deadpan reading off facts about KFC. And one of them was like, Kentucky Fried Chicken was not actually started in Kentucky. It was in fact started in, I think, Indiana. I forget where.
It was
like,
Indiana.
It was like, because if it had been created in Kentucky, it would have just been called fried chicken. It wouldn't need the location on it.
So
I'm just like...
So Kentucky Fried Chicken started, I think, in Louisville, but the recipe for the chicken was stolen from a woman in southern Indiana, whose granddaughter I met and told me the story. But yeah, and now that it's KFC, I mean, Louisville's the headquarters for the Yum Corporation. That includes KFC, Taco Bell, Papa John's, something else. And the new arena, well,
You better practice if you want to
new
beat me.
12 years ago arena, where the Cards play basketball and where graduations are held, is the Yum Center.
I want to go to a Yum Center.
I saw Van Halen at the Yum Center.
Ladies.
Yeah. And I found a taco in the bathroom stall when I went to go pee. Somebody just left their taco from Taco Bell, because there was one in the Yum Center, just sitting on top of the toilet paper dispenser. I forgot their taco.
You know, I often forget my taco in the Yum Center bathroom. Rumors about the new Crazy Taxi are suggesting live service. If Sega knows what's good for them, they won't do it as live service, because every live service game in the last few years has failed miserably. More often than not, they last 6 months to a year before they are shut down. Some do last a little bit longer, but like not much. Fried chicken is a Christmas food. Yeah, actually, KFC is very popular in Japan because the whole bucket family meal style thing. They produced a very, very compelling ad campaign in like the 80s that was just like, yeah, and it's become a thing to the point where it's like, if you want KFC for Christmas, you have to reserve your bucket months in advance. And that just boggles my mind. But KFC in Japan is also like 10 times better than KFC in the United States. Because any and all fast food outside of the United States is held to much higher standards. And gets, you know, neat stuff. Like, there was a Squid Ink Whopper at Burger King in Japan at one point. And it's like the most goth-looking cheeseburger you've ever seen.
I eat it.
It's like, okay, cool. But yeah, I'm actually curious to see what Sega's going to be doing, because they announced some revivals for a bunch of their IPs. So I think there was a new Golden Axe game. There was a new Crazy Taxi. They did show off the new Shinobi game, which looks gorgeous. So many people are pissed off about the art style because it's hand-drawn instead of sprites. I'm like, hand-drawn art style is a little easier to do. It's what they did with Streets of Rage. Like, Streets of Rage 4 has a very good hand-drawn style. This is very similar. Like, I actually didn't know it was not the same company. It looks... And, like, Dotemu, who did Streets of Rage 4... They produce a very polished product. Like, I'm expecting Shinobi to be the same. I'm just waiting to see if they're going to do other franchises as well, because Sega has a bunch of franchises that they've done nothing with for many years. Dragon Force, for one. You know, my favorite fucking game of all time. Just saying. Could do a thing with that. You could... Sega does occasionally do things with the Shining series, but it's all terrible because they've got the director who's the current director of the Shining series. His previous works involve being directors of various hentai movies. So the art style for these games is interesting. There's a lot of cleavage. And usually the games are not that great. Like, there was one called Shining Resonance Refrain that came out a couple of years ago, and it's just like, it's at best. It's like, it's not it's the style of game that it's trying to be, like, there are better games. Like, there's another major franchise called the Tales series. Like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Eternia. There's so many Tales games, I can't. And, like, all of those were just much better versions of this. And like the twist to it is like, oh, all of the weapons are instruments. It's all music based. That's where the refrain comes in. And like, are you are you fucking kidding me? Why don't you just go back to making really good strategy RPGs? Oh, wait, you can't do this as a really good strategy RPG because you fucking fired the company that made it. And then now they make Mario Tennis for Nintendo. That's all they make. They're locked in a basement in Nintendo's headquarters. That's all they get to do.
Yeah.
There's other franchises. Skies of Arcadia, as I'm sitting here talking about fantastic RPGs. Fantastic introduction to politics. Always could have used a sequel to Skies of Arcadia. It was a very ambitious RPG, which was neat. Could have done that. Never got a sequel. Fuck off with that. There are so many franchises that I would love to see, and like it's weird because like you look at certain games and you're like, oh, that's not a Sega. That is very much a Sega franchise. Like Dragon Force. Like I was having a conversation with Will, and he said he didn't know that it was a like Sega developed the game.
Yeah.
Like because it was localized by Working Designs, everyone just, oh yeah, it's a Working Design, because that's the only logo that you really see other than Sega. It's like, no, Sega developed this. This is a Sega property. Mysteria, that's another good one. Fighters Mega Mix or Fighting Vipers, either of those. Burning Rangers. You want a game about the fire department being fucking awesome with lasers that put out fire? That was a game. Why not fucking do that? Plus, you know, everyone loves the fire department. There's never a song called Fuck the Fire Department. There's always a song called Fuck the Police.
Yeah.
So, are you yes. They do make Golden Sun, but after the Golden Sun on the DS, they were not allowed to make anymore because the DS game cost a lot and it didn't sell as well as the first two games. And Nintendo was kind of mad that they didn't take advantage of the dual screen as much as... Because Nintendo really likes pushing their gimmicks, which is interesting because next month they're doing the announcement of... They're doing a Nintendo Direct for the Switch 2. So we get to see, like, is there going to be a new gimmick for this, or is it just this, is it just an upgraded Switch? I think it's just an upgraded Switch. Like, they've shown off the console. Like, this is what it looks like. But they haven't shown specs or haven't released any information on games. They're doing a Direct tomorrow about games for the Switch through the end of this year. But the rumor is Switch 2 will launch sometime this summer. So it'll be out before the holiday season. So, see how fucking hard it is to get a hold of one of those given everything, plus tariffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the DS game too. I mean, I love the Golden Sun franchise. I want to Let's Play all three games because they are very well done. The story is very in-depth, very interesting, and it's an odd take on the elemental systems. Like, I was a fan of it. Yeah, I think the Switch 2 is really just going to be an upgrade to the Switch, which is fine, because I'm going to buy it. I have a PS5 and I have all of 4 games for it, and I don't think I'm going to be buying too many more. If I'm being completely honest, like there's not a lot that's just like I have to buy this. But I'm looking at a Switch. I'm like, the number of Switch games I have, and if there is a rumor, I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's been confirmed at this point, that the Switch 2 will play Switch 1 games because Nintendo is pretty big on backwards compatibility when they can. Yeah. Like the Switch obviously can't play disc-based games, otherwise it probably would have been compatible with Wii U games. But like the Wii U was compatible with Wii games. The Wii was compatible with GameCube games. Like they do that as an incentive to be like, if you buy it, there's like you don't have to wait for game like the PS5. You don't have to. Granted, the PS5 also plays PS4 games, but like you don't have to wait for the new games to come out.
Yeah.
You can. There's an existing backlog that you can, and you can probably get them fairly cheap. So, Yeah, I think it's confirmed, but I'm not 100% sure. Because it's been a while since I looked at any of the release information that they have done. Because the thing was, like, it got leaked by someone. Like, I think it was a retailer leaked it, and, like, leaked a picture of it, and Nintendo's like, fuck, we have to get ahead of this. And so they did a teaser, like, okay, this is what it... Because it's like, yeah, we shot ourselves in the foot with it. And so, I mean, technical information has been leaked for the last year, so we get to see how much of that is accurate. Some of it probably will be, because some of the people who have done these leaks are, you know, pretty knowledgeable in the industry and have contacts that are like, I can't say this on the record, but does it have a fish button that when pressed does absolutely nothing? Probably. I mean, the PS5 does. I am so mad. Like, and I have a PS4, and so like I've boxed up my PS4 because I don't need it in the PS5, especially since the PS5 can play PS4 games. But I'm like, all I really do is I play my PS4 games on my PS5. I've played through all of Fallout 4. I started playing Grand Kingdom again on my PS5. I played through Spider-Man a little bit. Like, oh no, I have Spider-Man 2. It's digital. I have 5 games on my PS5. Look at that.
I think that's what I have on my Switch.
Humorously, I had damaged Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door disc that could only play on the Wii, my GameCube. I mean, yeah, that was one of the interesting things about the Wii disc drive, because it was a disc loader rather than just a CD. Like, it would help auto position for the best, like, use for the laser. So, like, there were a lot of GameCube games that worked better on the Wii for that regard. But yeah, so it's 9 o'clock. So, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I've had a lot of fun, and the last, half hour just being like, I'm gonna fucking ramble.
I mean,
I
spent 45 minutes looking for one meme.
Well, I also I think it was funny because I'm like, I can do make the joke that Nintendo has Camelot software planning locked in their basement. Make another Mario Tennis. So yeah, but yeah, I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. We'll be back next week, same hat time, same hat channel, Wednesday 7:30 Eastern with another live stream. If I have to cancel or postpone or anything for any particular reason, I'll post about it in the Discord. Just go check that out. And I have been posting random memes as of late. I haven't really posted much of anything else. I did post in one of the other forums. I don't remember what I posted or where I posted it, but I did post something random the other day. Go check that out. I have not been editing, but I have been recording a bunch of Unicorn Overlords. So hopefully I will get back to editing this weekend and have that start going up more regularly, because I am so close to the end of the game. I want to just knock it out so that way I can just edit everything and schedule everything as uploads and go from there. But yeah, so check that out. In the meantime, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, wear a mask.
Get your shots. For as long as you can, anyway. Try
to stay out of the tree bukkake, because that tis the season.
Tis the season.
I went to work this morning and my parking lot was yellow. Like, yellow to the point to where you could see tire tracks in it. It's disgusting.
So much pollen.
So much tree splooge. So if you have allergies, I'm so sorry. But take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.